Welcome to Inside the Huddle on Sachem Report. I'm Chris Vaccaro, joined by Dave Falco, head coach of Sachem North Football. Another week, another win, and just tons of questions. It's an interesting game, 56-40 over Connecticut. When I said at the end of the game, did you expect this outcome? You were like, yeah, actually, and you listed 5 reasons why they may have scored 40, and defensively it looked a little odd, special teams looked a little different, and you had reasons for that.
Yeah, we had an odd week of practice. We had a lot of guys that were sick and out, and we had some other issues that we were dealing with as a team. I did not think our focus was great all week, and it's something we had talked to our guys about. Connecticut is the 3 seed, well coached, real fast team, a team that had some revenge on their mind from a year ago. So I thought, and having played East the week before, so I just thought that things might not go as planned, and we were prepared for that and talked to our kids about that. So I think it actually helped us out as a team. I think our kids were able to go back and reference those things as coaches were saying, hey, remember when we didn't wear under practice, and we have to practice special teams harder, and we have to focus more. And it's not about scoring 56 points, because teams can stay in games if you let kickoffs and fumble the ball. We dropped a couple other balls. So I think it was good for us.
Yeah, it's interesting. You see, obviously, the kick return and then the fumble on our side and special teams, and you focus in on the negative. It's always what athletes and coaches and analysts do. But there was some good that came out of it. I mean, the first 4 or 5 drives of the game for Sachem was 50, 60, 70, 80-yard plays on there, and the offense is there.
Yeah, the offense is there right now. We still have some improvements to make in blocking the right people. Getting Anthony Ross back on a short week after being healthy, he wasn't really up to par on some of the blocking schemes and that type of stuff. Had a phenomenal game and great effort, but he's going to get better. I think our pass game came along. We threw a touchdown pass. We missed on one that I thought we should have had. So the pass game and the pass protection is something that we're working on. So I think there is always things to work on. It wasn't perfect. We're striving to be perfect, but it wasn't. So I'm looking forward to this week. We had a good day yesterday, so we're looking forward.
I'm glad you brought up Anthony Ross. I mean, we've spoken about him just missing week 1, missing part of last year. So his play is detrimental to how the game is going to go. It really will affect both sides of the ball.
Yeah, Anthony not being there on either side of the ball is definitely an emotional downer for us. Apart from he knows the scheme and is able to do what we're coaching, we've had some guys we've had to put in who are not necessarily ready to play. Have done a great job, but not necessarily were ready to play in week 1. So having him back was definitely a boost for us emotionally, as well as the scheme. He does a great job at fullback for us, but I think, like I said, he's going to get better every week.
You mentioned the passing game, and a big pass, a touchdown pass, 31 yards, Trent Crossing to Jake Slater. Something different. We don't usually see long passes for touchdowns, not just at Sachem, but that's not a big high school thing. Sometimes there's a good quarterback here and there in a program, but to see Trent, as a senior, complete his first touchdown pass was great.
It's hard to throw the ball when you're getting 4 or 5 yards on first down. When you get 4 or 5 yards on first down, there really is no opportunity to throw it. When you're fumbling the ball in the kickoff and you're doing different things that are allowing teams to stay in the game, and you're getting 4 or 5 yards on first down, you're going to stay with 4 or 5 yards on first down. There are some opportunities where I think we could throw the ball, and we are continuing to work on that. Trent can throw the ball, you saw it. Jake Slater can catch it. Matt Ward can catch it. We have a bunch of other guys in our program that definitely can catch the ball from the skill positions. So I'm not concerned about throwing the ball. We do want to throw it a little bit, but we're not going to just throw it to throw it. There will be some situations where we throw it. Teams have to defend the pass, and that's allowing us to run the ball.
It's funny, as somebody observing on the sideline, taking notes and taking stats, you just become used to the big running touchdowns. And so when you see a touchdown pass, it's exciting. As a former receiver, do you have an affection for touchdown passes?
Listen, I love to throw the ball, and when I first started coaching here, Fred was already throwing the ball at that time, and we continued to throw it. Will Slinkowski was here at practice the other day. The guy that had the most catches in the season for us, as long as I've been coaching. He won the receiver award. Craig Gagan is at Stony Brook with the highest passing percentage. So we have thrown the ball. We've won a lot of games here the last 4 or 5 years running the ball. We will continue to run the ball. Teams play man and load the box. The pass is definitely an option.
Next week, Longwood this weekend. On the road, Saturday afternoon. They're one of those teams where even if they're down, even if you don't necessarily know what to expect, you see the film, they're still a tough, feisty bunch. They always sort of bring a decent running back, a speedy guy. What do you see on film this week?
Longwood has some thick, athletic kids on both sides of the ball. You need to be ready to play. I'm worried about the atmosphere, meaning they're not playing on their varsity field. They're playing at the middle school. No scoreboard. I don't know about an announcer. I don't know about the visitor stands. So it's kind of a little bit of an unknown going to the middle school. We've talked about that with our team. It's not about where we play, it's how we play. So we need to be ready to play, although it's a Saturday. We haven't done that since the North Bab scrimmage. which is why we go to North Bath. People say, why do you always go to North Bath? Well, we're trying to prepare for our away games that we have on Saturdays during the year.
On grass.
On grass to boot. So, I think we'll be ready to play, but those are things we've talked about. What condition are our cleats in? We've been wearing turf stuff. Now we got to go to the grass. So all those things are factors in preparing for a game. Longwood is always a tough opponent, a tough team, and the more people talk about how unstoppable we are, the more we're a target. So we have to continue to improve.
All right, we're looking forward to this weekend's game at Longwood, Saturday afternoon. You can follow us if you can't make it at Sachem Report on Twitter for live updates throughout the game. And of course, for all your Sachem news and information updates, you can go to SachemReport.com. For Dave Falco, I'm Chris Vaccaro. Thanks for watching again this week. And remember, Sachem, stay classy.